stopping by and telling us, giving us your view on the markets. And I'll take that point away that as of now, no reason to believe that we are towards the end of a bull market. You sounded pretty optimistic on the markets on the whole. Well, time to move on then. And real estate, that's come back into our radar. Remember, the November registrations in the Mumbai residential market have seen a 17% rise in comparison to last year. If you look at the data for this year so far, 2022 is emerging as the best year in a decade for registrations. To get a sense about how things are functioning on ground, we're joined by Mr. Prashant Bindal, the Chief Sales Officer at Macrotech, who joins in. Hi, Prashant. Morning. Thanks so much for joining in. Well, good to see that registrations are going up. But yesterday we had a chat with Knight Frank, and they told us demand is going up, but builders are unable to pass through the price increases. And it could take some time before you can hike prices. I'm very happy to hear that, actually. But what's your sense? Have you all pushed through some price increases? Demand looks like it's quite strong.
Of course, the data which you talked about is just a reflection of the continuation of the housing trend that is visible for last 2 odd years. And the 2 years, there is the trends are very clear. The growth in the business is consistent, the demand increase is consistent, the business is increasing consistently. And as far as price increase is concerned, it all depends on how much inventory you have and what kind of a brand value you generate. And for us, for example, we have been able to take 4 to 5% increase in our existing products across board in this year. And that is what we intend to do year after year. Minimum 4 to 5% increase, because if the wage growth is about 10%, and as RBI says that their goal is to keep the inflation at about 6%, and if you're able to take price increase of 5 to 6%, that ensures that the affordability also stays, and there is a continuous increase in the price of the product, which is most important, because until and unless there is a steady increase in prices, the sector cannot grow at the rate which it envisages it to be.
Prashant, hi, good morning. Prashant, this side. You'll be happy to hear Chris Wood, who's a well-known kind of equity strategist at Jefferies now. He's asking investors in his model portfolio to bet on Macrotech. I mean, he's actually put a large 6% weight and saying investors should put their money into your company, Macrotech. So just thought I should tell you that. Just a quick point, and we take what you said. Usually real estate is at least in India, it has been very region specific, right? I mean, there have been very few pan-India players. But the point is, because I guess the Mumbai market is so lucrative, more and more we are hearing players coming into the Mumbai market, aggressive plans, be it redevelopment, be it new projects, etc., etc. What are your thoughts? How does that impact competitive intensity for the in this market, the Mumbai market?
All said and done, I think everybody knows that Bombay contributes to almost 30% of India's GDP. In real estate sector also, even though you may talk about various regions, but Mumbai is Mumbai. If you talk about the total market of the real estate in India, the top 7 cities, which is close to about 225,000 crore market, 90,000 crore alone comes from Bombay. Bombay is a nation in itself as far as the real estate or the consumer behavior is concerned. So this means that the 45% business of the top 7 cities comes from Bombay alone. And Bombay, and that is why it has got so many segments. Each segment itself is 20 western suburb, eastern suburb, Navi Mumbai. Every segment itself is like is as I say, a state in itself of about 20-25,000 crore. So the opportunities are immense, and the best part is that this market is growing. It has grown from about 75,000 crore 3 years back to 90,000 crore in 2 years, and the rate at which it is growing, and it offers opportunities to everybody. But the key is that there are certain trends that are very, very visible. The trend is moving towards, I think that is moving across the cities, is moving towards the bigger branded players, because that gives the confidence to the consumers. Because whatever consumer research you do, the biggest desire of the consumer is to get the product on time, and a world-class product with great amenities. And I think which only the bigger developers, because of their resources and expertise, can give. So in terms of that, more the players, better it is. The key is to give the product on time and give a great quality product. And Bombay, as I said, is such a vast market, 90,000 crore market. It offers opportunities to everybody, provided you give you understand the consumer well and are able to take care of our concerns.
Prashant, Godrej Properties just announced that they've acquired a nearly 18.5-acre land parcel in Kandivali, Mumbai. Earlier this week, we got news that how Adani has won the bid for Dharavi redevelopment. Could you tell us what are Lodha Macrotech's plans when it comes to acquiring fresh land or bidding for redevelopment projects in Mumbai? What is on the anvil from here on? We already know the guidance, etc., that you've shared, but tell us what is in the future.
Of course, it is not only we believe that, and I think perhaps one of the reasons that Chris would, as Prashant was suggesting, would have suggested our name is that it is not only the top line that matters, but also the quality of the top line. Because whatever top line you do, is it generating the right margins and is it generating the right cash flows? That is very, very important. And for that, you need to have the balance of the ready-to-move-in product, near to ready-to-move-in product, and the new products. So the way we have worked out our 3 to 5 years mechanism is that perhaps there is an opportunity to grow at 10 to 12% every year. And out of that, 30 to 35% coming from ready to move in, that gives the incentive to close the products, to complete the products as quickly as possible. Demand for ready to move in is very, very high. And also keep on acquiring the product. So what we believe is that as we are acquiring the fresh land parcels, we believe that 30 to 35% of the business coming from the new land parcels. So this year, for example, our guidance is 11,500. We believe 3,500 business will come from the new land parcels that we acquire. And as we grow our business by 10% every year, roughly about that, hopefully for next 3 to 5 years, that kind of a contribution should keep on coming from the new product. But it's very important that we keep getting the business from the existing products to get the margins as well as the cash flows.
Prashant, the problem is that interest rates have started moving up. At what point of time do you think it'll pinch? We spoke to a couple of other developers. We spoke to DLF. They were indicating around 9%, and Prestige as well yesterday. When do you think that it starts denting demand?
You see, already I think it is already at its peak to a very great extent. It moves from 6.75 to 8.25 pretty quickly. And I think when the interest rate rise so quickly, they also come down. I think it all depends on the inflationary pressures. And I think as the inflation comes down to 5 to 6%, RBI will start reducing or the rise of the market rates will come down. So I think it's a phenomenon which will, at this moment, it has not hit us, as we have seen in the kind of demand. Perhaps a reflection could be perhaps 2 BHK, the bigger units selling better, where people have got more capacity to take loan or pay more EMIs. But I think till 9%, yes, I think what DLF said was right. Till 9%, at least in affordable segment, it is okay. Post that, yes, we do expect that it will start pinching. But our belief is that before it touches 9%, the inflation should come down. And that should not force the RBI to take the interest rates to those levels.
Okay, all right. We'll leave it there, Prashant. Appreciate you joining in. Great speaking with you. And thank you very much for joining us here on the program. Thanks indeed. So that's Macrotech Lodha developers with some perspective.